One of my favorite places in Florida is the ancient Spanish monastery in North Miami Beach. This is an actual monastery built in Spain and transferred with painstaking attention to detail to the U.S. This historic church was originally begun in 1133 AD in the municipality of Segovia in northern Spain. That's more than 350 years before Columbus left Spain and discovered the New World. It took about 8 years to complete, making its cloister the oldest building in the Western Hemisphere. It took over 35,000 stones to build, some of which weigh over a ton, and was originally dedicated to the Blessed Mother, and was then named the Monastery of Our Lady, Queen of the Angels. The monastery changed ownership several times, but when the Cistercian monk Bernard of Clairvaux was canonized as a saint in 1174, the monastery was officially named after him, and the Cistercian monks would call it their home for nearly 700 years. Following a social revolution in the 1830s, the monastery was seized and the cloisters were sold and converted into a granary and stable. Enter business magnate William Randolph Hearst. Hearst purchased the monastery in 1925 and made plans to bring it to the United States. No easy task. In order to move the monastery, it was taken apart stone by stone, with each piece packed in hay and carefully labeled and loaded into over 11,000 crates. While the crates were being shipped to America, an epidemic of hoof and mouth disease erupted in Spain, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, concerned about the spread of this disease, held the crates to inspect them. It took 23 men a total of 3 months to open each box, sort through them, burn the hay, and repack the crates. Unfortunately, as careful as they may have been, some of the stones were not packed correctly and were subsequently lost. At the same time, Hearst himself faced financial difficulties and he ended up selling the monastery at auction. The crates were left in a warehouse until 1952, when 2 Miami businessmen, William Edgman and Raymond Moss, purchased the monastery as a possible tourist attraction. So in 1953, in a project that Time magazine called the biggest jigsaw puzzle in history, work began on reconstructing the monastery stone by giant stone. The process took 19 months and nearly $20 million to complete. It was sold again in 1964 to a multimillionaire banker who gave the monastery to the Bishop of Florida. Today, it is owned by the Episcopal Diocese of Southeast Florida and serves as an actual church as well as a tourist attraction. Touring its grounds and chapels, you can feel its history and age. There is a quiet sense of reverence there, and when you realize that you are walking the same halls that monks wandered for centuries, it humbles you. You will love the stone walls, the medieval statues, the carved ceilings and columns, and the stained glass windows. This is a must-see for church lovers and history lovers everywhere. Next time you're in Miami, put it on your list.